What's going on, guys? Well, we're back out at HQ. There goes Gumby with the backhoe. We just took it uptown. I filled up the backhoe with diesel. Uber's already good to go with diesel. We're back out here still clearing on HQ. If you've seen the last video, house number 1 is completely gone now. It is pushed up, the remnants over there on house number 2. Today Gumby's going to be working on pushing house number 3 that kind of straddles our property line. Half of it's on his and half of it's on mine. We're going to push it all up onto my property on top of house number 2 right there. That way when the weather permits, we can actually burn it and start getting rid of a lot of this stuff, and that way I can bring in some big old dumpsters or something like that and scoop up whatever's left and get this property completely cleared. Now, if you remember, when I cleared this whole area right here, we pushed up a lot of trees and stuff right here. I've already burned it once, so it went down some. So while Gumby's over there pushing up the 3rd house onto the 2nd house, I'm actually going to take Uber with the grapple on it and start grabbing the trees from over here and putting on top of there too, so when we burn, it burns everything. It'll also clear out this area right here where the grass can kind of start coming over, and it'll just be nice green yard right here. I don't know exactly when that'll be burnt. It's all going to be determined on the weather. If we do get some more rain this summer, I will do it during the rain. That way we don't run the risk of starting any fires around here. If not, then we'll wait for the first snow of winter and burn it all down. But with it all piled up there out of the way, and with it off of his property and all piled up in a pile there, it frees up him to be able to do stuff on his fence line over there, because I know he's working on a fence. And it also cleans up the main area that I'm using here at HQ. So it's a win-win for both of us. I will also be doing some work over there with Gumby later on this coming up week. His truck is down, and he figured out that the flywheel is messed up in his truck and the transmission is too big for him to do it by himself. So we're going to do a little mechanicing next week, kind of helping each other out, little bartering system. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to maybe getting his truck up and going so he's mobile again. Definitely changing out here at HQ very quick. Tomorrow we'll start digging trenches from the power pole and also the water meter. Come in this direction. The water, we're going to kind of X this way, come over here to that frost-free faucet, and the power, we're going to come straight across there. And I'm going to put the power pole up right here on the corner of the shed, which in turn will feed the shed and the future little tiny house that's going over there in that clearing. So it's going to be a busy day today, guys. Heat index is supposed to be like 115 today, so we're going to be cooking. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get Uber fired up, warmed up, and let's start making that big old mountain right there disappear. Well, I don't know how much of that I got, guys, because we got a heat index out here at 115 degrees. This camera is cooking and so am I. But we're making some good progress. I have pushed all of this up right here. There was a big tree there and stuff. I pushed all that on top of it. I'm trying to stay away from this section right here as much as possible where he's got the concrete, and kind of clearing this out because we're going to do a fire break all the way around as well. There's a lot of stuff up here in this pile, but I'm starting to work my way through it. I'm trying to leave as much dirt as possible. We're just about to the heart of it right now. We got quite a few trees and stuff in here. I'll be peeling that out here soon, and then I'll take the grapple and kind of get into that dirt and kind of shake it and try to get as much of the wood and leave as much as the dirt as possible. That way when I'm box blading, I can use it to level out, and also I need a lot of dirt over here in this section as well. We're gonna walk over here, check on Gumby, and see how pushing that other house is going. It's nice having two big pieces of equipment out here working two areas of the property at one time. And I know for a fact he's excited about getting half that house off his property line as well, and his fence line. Definitely making big progress out here. I hear him over there moving and grooving. Let's go check him out. Big old pile of stuff, guys. Big old pile. Oh yeah, I can already start to see it. Already opening up quite a bit. Oh yeah, he's making some good progress over here. Good progress. Look at all this, guys. Yeah, clearing it out, baby. This is also going to make the neighborhood look so much better. These buildings right here have been an eyesore for years and years, probably at least 10 years out here. So to finally get all of this up, I know everybody out here is going to be real happy about it. Ghost Ride Tobacco. All right, guys. How's it going over here, Gumby?
Well, other than cameras heating up, going great.
Yeah, I just told them mine fried too. It's hot out here. A heat index of 115.
I'm sitting here holding it at the AC right now, trying to cool it down so it'll kick back on.
You hear that? Holding it at the AC. I don't have those luxuries. I'm over there. Look, y'all want to see something? See that red button that popped out like a turkey? I'm done. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm trying to keep y'all up underneath shade trees because it's so hot out here and the camera keeps dying. So I'm not getting the best angles. But I got that pile huge over there, and we have made a huge dent in this over here. Got it cleared back all the way to the woods line right here. And still got a little bit up in here to grab. I'm trying to leave as much of the dirt as possible and take just the wood over there. That'll make it a lot easier to burn that section over there. You can kind of see where I'm sifting through it. But there was a lot more stuff in here than what I was expecting. Especially being after I've already burned it once. It's a ton of stuff. But it's starting to open up this area quite a bit. It's going to look amazing. I'm gonna have to switch batteries, let the camera cool off a little bit, and then we're gonna attack this big hump right here. And then it'll be time to sift through, get the rest of the odds and ends stuff that's dropping off here. Then I'll be able to put the bucket on here and start leveling it out. And also leveling out that area over there. Heat index of 115 is no joke though, especially with high humidity. But we're definitely making some progress, for sure. It's hot out here. It's actually a little too hot. Uber is actually overheating right now, so I'm gonna let Uber cool down a little bit, go ahead and take a lunch break. Made a little bit more progress. It's hot out here. All right guys, Gumby came over here. Gumby's actually had a little bit of issues with the heat too with Bertha, but he got Bertha going and Uber's still over there cooling down, so I asked him to go ahead and just push the rest of this stuff up over there in the pile. We're gonna hug this tree and this tree line because I want to kind of clear that out anyways. And Bertha's got enough weight, should just be able to push it right on over there. Bertha's definitely got a lot more weight than old Uber. We are pushing a lot of dirt up into that area, but it is what it is. I don't want to run the risk of blowing Uber up. But it's definitely opening up that big back section right there quite a bit. Once Uber cools down, I'll go ahead and take Uber and get some of this stuff that's up on the side, some of this smaller stuff like that. I'm going to get him to kind of knock this hill down a little bit into these lows. Alright guys, ran to the house. I had to pick up the boss lady to make sure I was on the right track. She actually has not seen none of this that's been going on these last couple of videos, guys, so she's about to see how different it looks. Let's get some reactions.
I'm excited. So I was out here last when I mowed, so I've not seen any of it. Holy moly. Holy crap. It looks so
It's clear.
good. It's naked.
Still some work to do, but leveling and stuff like that, but once the grass comes in, it'll be all clean.
It's so different. Yeah, it's way open. I like it. I did good.
We did alright. So guys, we're out here because it's cooled down a little bit. It's only 98 degrees now. Yeah, that's how hot it was today. It's 5:17 right now, guys, and it's still 98 degrees. It's been a hot one. We're actually going to take Uber over to Gumby's and blow out the radiator. I'm thinking, and he's thinking, that that's probably part of the problem with the overheating, because I've done a lot of bush hogging here lately, and just a lot of dirt and movement and stuff like that. All that stuff kind of gets up into all of your air filters and radiators and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and blow out the air filter and the radiator and see if that helps with the overheating a little bit, because ain't nobody got time for Uber to overheat in the middle of the day. We trying to work. If I'm out there overheating, you guys are overheating. Y'all remember the camera problems that we've been having today. Uber don't need to be overheating. Uber needs to be solid. So let's take Uber and give her a little love.
Looks better over there, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, I was really surprised.
Yeah, she was bad, y'all. I ain't seen a radiator this bad, messed up that bad in a long time.
Because he ain't seen a tractor that worked like Uber in a long time. I guarantee you Tim's has no dirt on it. And not because he cleaned it. Yeah. All right. Pushing the clutch all the way. Put that in low. Put that in first. You sure that's first? Yeah, we are about to find out. Hey, just leave that up there.
We're gonna put her on first again and see how she does with that.
Go ahead and start turning. Turn hard. Straight. All right, that's good. Now put it in neutral. All right, now put it down. All right, set the key. I actually put it all the way up. That way I can get in there. All the way. All right. Put your emergency brake on. Right by your left hand. Down. Yep. Shut it off. Good job.
Instructions.
He let me drive.
You got to move it, move it.
How to reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man.